Get it.
Hi, I'm here with Mr. Jersey Shank, Drake, Mr. Kal Cauthen. And as you do know, I am Tone Brown, the producer and director of Rough Patch Twisted Fate. And so we're meeting here with Mr. Kal Cauthen so that we have the opportunity to talk a little bit about the character. So the first question I have for you is, what was it about the two characters that made you want to play the role of Mr. Jersey Shank and Drake? And then tell a little bit about the character you play as well.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank you, Tony, for the opportunity to play in Rough Patch Twisted Fate.
My pleasure.
We got on the phone and we discussed which character you wanted me to play. And you said, I have Jersey Shank and I have Drake. So after, listening to you and the dilemma, because I wanted to play a bad guy, and I like playing bad guys, and I also wanted to play a good guy. So I thought that if I suggested to you that maybe we could blend the two together, and you said, you had an answer, give me a minute to think on that. I'm going to pray on that. So you did, and we came up with Jersey Shank and Drake.
Yeah.
I think we hit the nail right on the head.
I think so.
I think that the scenes when you see him, the portrayal of Drake, nice guy, mannerable, philanthropist, tycoon. Then he has a turn in the scene, and then he takes another turn as the scene progresses. We let the audience see that. It's really nice the way Tony shot it. My co-stars, I want to say my hat's off to them, because without them, there is no me. And Drake now, whoo! That Drake was nice, but that Mr. Jersey Shank, he was mean. He was mean. I enjoyed thoroughly the whole experience from different locations that you shot Mr. Jersey Shank in. I'm not going to give anything away. Well, you've already watched the film. Now you know what's going on.
Yeah, that office scene was beautiful.
Office, the car,
yeah,
the attic.
Oh man, that was hot. That was hot.
Hats off to Mark Lazar.
Mark Lazar, he did his thing.
We are blessed to have the opportunity to work with Tony Brown and Hayden Entertainment Films.
Thank you.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I learned a lot about me, and I also learned a lot about the art of filmmaking. A lot of times, you actors out there who are working with independent directors and producers and writers, cut them some slack.
Please cut us some slack.
Cut them a little slack. I've been doing this for over 20 years now. Started as a background extra. Here I am playing a dual role in a feature film. My career has come full circle, and I see better things to come. Hayden Entertainment is doing some wonderful things. Make sure you check things out. Tone is on YouTube and all those other
social media
outlets. I just had a wonderful time. The characters, easy for me because I can morph into one and then morph into the other. With the right directing and coaching skills behind the camera, Tone Brown. She wore a lot of hats in this, and we're all thankful that she did, because it enriched our experiences. You're going to see some great talent come through this. No matter how small the part or how big the part, I saw some great acting, and that was derived from not only your directing and your writing, but also from her coaching behind the camera.
Amen. Thank you.
Not taking any shorts when it came to a scene. I didn't get a chance to cry, but I heard when she got people crying, them people was crying. That I've never played dual roles before, so this was an opportunity to do that as well. When I talked to Tone of Hayden Entertainment, hello, she said that she wanted me to play either role. She either wanted me to play Jersey Shank or she wanted me to play Jerk. So in talking to her, I kind of got the feeling that she was torn. She didn't really know if she wanted me to go bad guy or she wanted me to be good guy. So I just merely suggested to her that, hey, why don't you, is it possible that you can put the two together, and in the beginning of the film you can show them one way, and at the end of the film you can show them another way. And as Tony always says, so as she prayed on it, she came up with the idea that in the beginning of the movie you will be introduced to Drake. Then, later on in the movie, Jersey Shank, who is Drake, will appear in a different type of setting.
Most definitely.
As you have viewed in the film, I think that Tone captured the essence of a man of style, manners, how a woman is supposed to be treated, just being graceful with a woman, showing a woman what a woman is and how important she is as a queen. Whether your intent is to date her, to bring her into your fold, or you're going to marry her. Drake's intention was he needed to bring a sharp, educated woman to his team. And in the midst of that, he brewed some feelings that the character had that she was able to touch upon, and then when she goes to the bathroom, it all changes. And understanding the story that Tony Brown wrote, because this was a book first, if you didn't know, it gave you every nuance that a reader would need in order to envision it. But Tone, as a director, writer, producer, caterer, makeup, wardrobe,
every hat that we can think of.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whatever hat needed to get it done.
Exactly. And she got it done. We were able to bring this ensemble together and give her and bring to life the book. Once you bring a book to life and breathe life into it, I think that Tone behind the camera, as a director, as a camera woman, as a lighting person, she got it done quick. There were a lot of changes behind the scenes that maybe people don't see when you see the movie, but there were challenges that Tone Brown had and Hayden Entertainment Films had, and God, I told you in the beginning, God put his hand on our shoulders in this project and guided you through where you needed to go.
And made sure I got the education that was needed to get it done.
Absolutely.
Whatever area that was
tireless
the person.
commitment to the project.
Well, I didn't want to let my actors down. That was the number one thing. We wanted the movie done, but I did not want to let the actors down because they gave their heart, blood, and soul into every character that they played throughout the film.
Now, these people watching, they don't understand the dynamic that you have with your love of actors. Would you like to elaborate on that a little? Just a touch. I know it's my interview, but just a touch. Because I want people to understand that there are directors and writers and producers out there that not only care about the project, the business end of it, but the human end of it. Where these actors come and make sacrifices, and you made sacrifices, and we put this thing together, and you, captain of the ship, everybody was invited. Everybody didn't make it to shore though. Some people jumped ship. And those people, I hope you enjoyed the film, because the film was phenomenal.
Well, I'm sure that whoever was a part of this at the beginning and gone in a different direction, God knew who had to fit, and they're wherever they're supposed to be. I may have wanted whoever to be a part of the project, but God already knew who was supposed to be a part of the project. And the whole process is this. We just love filming, and actors give so much beauty to characters, and you just love them for who they are when they become that transition into that new character to come to life. And there are actors that make it hard, true enough, but it's okay. It is what it is. but it doesn't take away the love of the skill and the talent that they bring forth. And I just never want to take any of that for granted, because we're all in this together, in all truth.
Exactly. So, Nate, the challenges with the script, we all were shell-shocked in the beginning with the 500 pages. Now, this was a learning experience for everybody involved, not only from an actor side, but from a writer and a director and a producer side, that you had to finagle and massage the script down to a comfortable level for you to get God's message across. Now, a lot of people may not know, some of the scenes were written right on the fly. Right as we were shooting. So they would say, hey, give me a minute, let me get my thoughts together, scratch something down, a couple ideals, and then she filmed it. A lot of times that doesn't happen on set. Everybody is strictly going by the script or the off the pages. But Toné gave this project such life. I mean, phenomenal job.
Thank you. But Mr. Jersey Shank and Drake, you played. So again, why did you choose to take on these characters? What was it about the characters that you liked? And what can you tell the audience about those characters that will make them love them, for those who have not seen the film, and then those who've read the novel and are familiar with those characters, together or separate?
In reading the scenes that both characters were in the beginning, when I got an opportunity to read it, Drake is a side of me, and Mr. Jersey Shank is a side of me as well. In the movie, I was able to give that softer, suave bolo appearance that you so much liked.
I did.
And on the flip side of that coin, I was able to give you the rough, the violence, the...
I wouldn't say violence.
Okay, not violence.
The firmness necessary to get a job done.
Firm hand.
Firm hand.
Firm hand. Toné allowed me to go as far as I could as Drake, and she allowed me to go as far as I could as Mr. Jersey Shank. I enjoyed it thoroughly. To play good and evil, or good and bad, it was great.
It was fun, huh?
Oh, I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
I know that the audience gravitated towards Drake, and then at the end of the scene, they felt some kind of way about Drake.
Yeah, I guess you could say
and
that.
And then when they saw Mr. Jersey Shank, they felt the firmness that he needed to give in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hats off to my fellow actors, Mark Lazar.
Antonio Jennings, who plays Dale. And then the brothers. I mean, it's just a lot of great characters and great actors that played those characters. So yeah, always a great thank you to all the actors. You know, Nadine Bone, who played Jerry. I mean, Valère, Sarah,
powerful
and Isaac Serrano. I mean, from the beginning to the end. I mean, and then the young team that played Frances, Leah Monet. My God, she was magnificent in that talent that she brought forth to that character. I mean, you're just going to have to see the work of the artists that are in this movie.
Absolutely.
Because there's so many that God brought forth to make this movie a good movie.
Not only actors and actresses, but true thespians.
Okay. All right, well, we'll give an amen to that. How about that?
Amen.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about you, the person.
Okay.
You have had the opportunity to work with many different celebrities and work on bigger projects than this independent film that we've just done. What was it that made you gravitate to this independent film, to do an indie film, knowing the talent that you have and knowing the experience that you have out there working with bigger producers than us?
First of all, I'd like to heartfelt thanks to Toné for giving me the opportunity to play the role that I played. But she also gave me the opportunity to learn. And as an actor, you don't want to just get to the actor level. You want to get to the producer level. You want to get to the director level. you want to get to writing and doing different things, a lot of time independent film directors get a hard way to go.
What does that mean?
A hard way to go as far as actors that come on set that know more or are more experienced doing projects want to invoke their experience onto the new director or writer or producer, and it's not fair. I was not fair, and I take full responsibility in my not fairness in the beginning, because what happened was I only do one project, indie project per year, and I chose to do this one after reading the script and talking to Tomei about the story. There are going to be a wealth of emotions, roller coaster rides throughout the story, peaks and valleys throughout the story, and everyone should be able to identify with at least 10 of the characters. Not one, but at least 10 of the characters.
Yeah.
So that's what draws me to doing independent films, is the richness of the script, the opportunity to work with other people. I just want to reiterate that, please, actors and actresses and thespians, don't be so hard on the directors. When they ask you for some help, that's when you give it. Don't volunteer. Don't let them have command of their set. Let them have command of their movie, because Tomei is the only one that really has the vision in her head. None of us have it. We have scenes. We want to dress a certain way. We want to look a certain way. We want to be pretty. We want to be shaved or unshaven. We want to be dark hair, light hair, salt and pepper hair. Tomei has a vision for each character. So if you got to get down and dirty and cry, Tomei will tell you, I don't want no pretty cry. I want you to get ugly. I had the opportunity to be directed by Tomei. I don't want you to be a player. I want you to be a gentleman. Took the note in the restaurant and did what Tomei wanted me to do. Listen to the director. Listen. Let them tape it the way they want to tape it. And if there is time, they may take a suggestion and they may not. But listen. Listen. It helps you grow as an individual. Makes you a better actor too.
As I like to say, if you got hired as an actor, come as an actor, not a director. And if you're going to thank me for the opportunity, make sure you mean thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, but anyway, so couple of more questions that I have for you. Now, I know you've done a lot of things, and what the purpose of me doing interviews with the actors is for the movie, but also as a brand, as they branch off into new projects as this project is passed. I want them to have the opportunity to be seen, to get the visual that other directors may need to be able to make a quality decision on choosing if there's somebody they want to work with. And when you do interviews like this, you get to see the heart of the actor outside of the character, which is very important when you're trying to identify with who is someone you're wanting for a future project. And one of the things I'd like to also point out is the character. The value of the character is only as good as the actor that actor gives to that character. And the audience, the viewer, always remembers the character before they remember the actor.
Absolutely.
And what happens is they see that character, they fall in love with the character for whatever that character delivers in their personal mind. And then after that character's so great, all they can talk about is, man, that actor really made that character great. And that's what I try to help actors understand. Forget you right now so you can become the character, and then the character will become so valued to the viewer that you are going to be one of their favorites. you'll be unforgettable, and you'll become such a great and big star because they'll always remember you for years and lifetimes to come because of the character you actually played that made them love it. And then the story as well. So that brings me to the question to you of just some back and forth talk about your life, your journey as an actor.
Okay.
So you've played several roles and even in some soap operas.
Yes.
So hold on. The question I want to ask you is, was there any role that you ever been offered and you played that you wish you never chosen to play?
No, because the reason being is that in each character that I play, there is a emotional investment that I have in them. And that's what we learn in acting classes, to be vulnerable. And that's what Tone was preaching on the set. Be vulnerable so the character can come out. So I got an opportunity to be on All My Children. I was a background extra. I really didn't do too much speaking, a couple under fives. I was also in Why Did I Get Married 1. Didn't get to speak in that, but I made my presence known at the very end of the film. American Gangster. They shot so many different angles that I wasn't able to, see what camera was on me. So if the camera can't see you, you can't be seen.
Yeah.
So the independent stuff that I worked on with Atlanta Homicide and some of the independent projects that I've been doing here in Atlanta, I've been afforded the opportunity to play a bad guy, to play a suspect homosexual. The audience has to make a decision. A Woman's Worth was the name of the film. I don't feel like I've done anything that I regret that I did, but I also turned some things down. I was asked to play a homosexual in an elevator for a comedian skit. And I just didn't feel right in my spirit because I have a lot of friends that are of a different lifestyle.
Okay.
So I did not want to tarnish my reputation and my kids' reputation on something that's going to take a minute that might last forever. Film is forever. So I turned that role down, but I played somebody else in the movie, and it was okay.
It was okay?
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. It's okay to turn something down if you're not comfortable with it. So as an actor, don't sell your soul, so to speak.
Okay.
Because what might happen is later on it's going to bite you. And bite you hard. It may even ruin your brand. We've seen it throughout history where people have made choices that maybe they shouldn't have did that.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the auditions that you have. How do you prepare for an audition?
Several ways, because we take so many classes and we're told so many different ways. Have the paper, don't have the paper, memorize the lines, don't memorize the lines, stick to the script, don't add anything. It's very difficult. The audition process is very difficult. And a lot of people, like myself, as long as I've been in the business and as long as I've been in audition, I still get nervous. I have one particular casting director that I just fall apart in front of her. And it's nothing to do with her. I think it's the pressure that I put on myself. I want to tell actors to prepare. Take 2 hours. Take 4 hours. Take whatever time you can to dedicate to that 1 or 2 lines. And understand why you're saying it and how you're saying it. And saying it different ways. Because you never know what the casting director, if you're live in front of them, is looking for. They may say, hey, take it down, bring it up, go left, go right. Can you say the same line, but angry but softer? You have to learn how to deliver lines and looks. Being a background extra, I had a lot of time to practice my looks. So that's why I give good face, we call it, or I call it. Tell me how
I do.
Good face as well. And it's infectious, because what happens, you stop thinking about yourself and you think about what the character is thinking at the moment the other actor is giving it to you. And that gives the other actor something else to look at, something else to focus on that may bring a better performance out of them and bring a better performance out of you.
Absolutely. That's good. It's good teaching. He's got to give him some nuggets at the same time. So what did you do to prepare for the two characters that you played in Rough Patch 28? Because you had to bring two different personalities to this script. You had to bring that strong tycoon businessman to Mr. Jersey Shank, and then you had to bring that soft demeanor of making sure you're not intimidating to a young girl that you wanted to influence to become a better woman. So what did you do to prepare yourself for these characters?
In this essence of the characters, there are two left and rights. I felt that in order to portray the man that you wanted in Drake, that wardrobe was very important.
Yes.
Look was very important. But not what I wanted, what you wanted. And in the beginning, I had a hard time with that because I wanted to deliver outrageous. Like, Toné reeled me in on Jersey Shank. And she reeled me in on Drake to get the blend that she wanted to show contrast, but not what she'll call fake acting.
Or actorism.
Actorism.
Overacting the character at the wrong time.
Fix it.
Yeah, gotta fix it. Because it has to be genuine.
Yes.
And it has to be authentic. Because if it's not authentic, it's not believable.
Absolutely. When we're on set, Toné really uses the camera as if it's not there to give the actor the comfortability to portray the role the way it needs to be portrayed. And I'm a stern believer. The camera does not lie. You cannot come to the camera and give a performance and act it. Actorism doesn't work. It doesn't work on the small screen in the camera, and it will be blown out of proportion on the screen. Yeah. Now, when you do an independent film, you don't have time to go back and reshoot. You have to use what you got, and you got to cut it loose. So anybody that was not happy with their performance, don't look at the camera or the person behind the camera. Look in the mirror at yourself. Because on that given day, you know what you brought to set with you. Another thing that Toné handled so well and eloquently was when there was a tension on the set, for whatever reason. Let's take 5 minutes. Let's get ourselves together. This is what I expect of you, and this is what you need to deliver. And if you can't do that, then I will find somebody else and I will recast.
Go home. Yeah. So you have an audience out there to your character, and you also have an audience out there to Kal Cauthen. I want you to look into that camera there, and I want you to talk to them and tell them about your heart, who you are as a man, as an actor, and also they're watching you to know about Mr. Jersey Shank, Drake, and Kal Cauthen. What can you share with them, and what would you like to say to your fans?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you, because it is an honor to be on the big screen. Every time I see my name, Kal Cauthen, it just reinforces the fact that what my gift is in giving to the audience is working. Drake, smooth, mannerable, God-fearing man. Jersey Shank, God-fearing man, that rules with a firm hand. Kal Cauthen. As a child, I just wanted to be loved. I'm the oldest of 4, and I think that acting has allowed me to put on a different mask and give the inner feelings that I have. As I've gotten older and as I experienced life, I've come up short. I've made some mistakes. I also enjoy life. I take full responsibility for decisions that I made. A lot of people say unapologetic. Not me. Kal Cauthen is apologetic. Because humility, humble, honor is what it's about for Kal Cauthen. I love my family. I love my kids. I thank God for my wife who supported me through peaks and valleys. There have been some rough patches and some twists of fate. It's a dream come true. God is good. And if you stay the course and have the patience of Job, you thrive. Man went through everything and still praise God. Thank you.
Good stuff, Mr. Kal Cauthen.
Thank you, Tony.
I want to thank you for being a part of this project. I want to thank you for being a part of my life. I want to thank you for also investing so much of your heart into the developing of the project, which takes me to another level of his contribution to the film. He contributed his heart as an actor and made a decision to want to see the completion of this project and became a senior producer within the project where he made investments to help us have sound when we didn't have sound, and that means pay for the equipment to make sure we had it every time we filmed. He was very generous in many different ways in helping me on a personal level to make sure that I was able to get things done as well. But he was also very kind and very courteous and very thoughtful in the sense of, when I'm filming, I have a tendency to forget me, and I don't take care of myself as well as I should. And he went out of the way to make sure that I had nourishment, that I had my sugar kick when I needed it.
Klondike!
And then also,
Dark chocolate.
Yeah, and then, yeah, for sure, right? And then there was times where it was freezing cold outside. He would bring me a cup of coffee of my favorite caramel, Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you, Dunkin' Donuts, for your support.
Yes, appreciate you. And then also, he took care of the cast as well by bringing not just a donut for me, but a donut for all the cast members and hot chocolate.
Double chocolate for Mark.
Double chocolate for Mark, and then red velvet for Rob. But it was just a fun journey with all its challenge and all that took place, whether it was physical abuse to my own body or mental
shoulder, hip,
challenges
knee.
that I had. Yeah, I went through a lot with it, but we got through it, and I just believe that God had truly legions of angels encamped around not only me,
Amen.
but this project.
Amen.
To see it fulfilled.
Amen.
And that it's going to be a project, well, it is a project that we all are going to be very happy and pleased about for years to come. And we just want to say thank you to the fans that wanted Rough Patch
The
Twisted
readers.
Fate.
The readers.
The
Don't forget the readers.
The readers, yeah, the readers are the fans. We picked up readers through the novel itself, and then as we began to communicate about it through social media, the fans just began to really increase, and great demands came upon us to want to really see a good quality film. And I just wanted to take this time, along with Kal, to just say thank you.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
Thank you for your heart and your love for the character and the story. It is really because of you that we have Rough Patch Twisted Fate a feature film. So you be prepared, if you haven't already prepared, to see this film, because it is going to really bless your heart in so many ways, on so many levels, because God's hand was on it the entire time.
Absolutely.
It wasn't about Tone Brown and all the actors. We were just vessels that God used to make it happen for you. God bless you, and thank you for joining us today, being able to see us with Hayden Cinema Entertainment Productions with Kal Cauthen, Mr. Jersey Shank, and Mr. Drake. He gave it all he got with his heart. And you've got great talent. Wait till you see the talent. It's going to blow your mind.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank you.
Hayden Entertainment.
Thank you.
So many times we are, as actors, we are asked to do things. Whether we are the new person on the block or we are the experienced person on the block. I'm speaking to both of you at this time because the most important thing is getting casted for the role. The second important thing is to deliver exactly what they want. The director, the producer, the writer, be stripped of all your excess baggage. Come in there raw and untapped so they can tap into you and give you the information that you need to make you a better actor. Anybody can act the same in every performance. We know actors like that. But it's truly the good actors that give you a different acting scheme every time they act. You don't go, oh, well, they're the same person in that film. Or they were doing the same thing in that film. Or they were doing the same thing in this. No. You have to be able, as a thespian, not as an actor or an actress, not as a new person or an experienced person, as a thespian, give 110%. Listen, learn. Hayden Entertainment.